this computer. Welcome to Conversations About Crystal Healing with Crystal Master Uma Silbey. I'm Becca King-Reed. Welcome, Uma.
Hey, hi. How are you?
I am great. And you?
Good. Oh, great. Thinking you're surrounded by crystals and thinking about, energy and,
Oh, yeah,
the
that's
meaning of the universe.
Well, that's a great position to be in. Musing upon the universe.
Yeah.
And surrounded by your lovely crystals. So
Yeah.
today we're going to talk about the throat chakra and talk a little bit about what crystals, well, maybe first talk a little bit about where the throat chakra is and what is its role.
Okay. Well, the throat chakra is right here. Now, it's a subtle energy chakra. So it goes through our body. It's in the center of the throat here. That throat chakra does things energetically and it does things physically. I mean, the physical and the subtle interact and influence each other. But so if you're working subtly, what you want to do is activate or open that and subtle energy in the throat called the throat chakra. The color is a turquoise blue. You think sky. And I always like to think if that throat chakra, it's just not a point on the surface. It surrounds that area. There's a light field. And I think of that turquoise blue as like the sky. And I feel my head and my shoulders sort of separate. My shoulders relax. It's like, And that leads to also something about it. It's very important to be able to join the lower energy centers, the ones more connected with the earth, fire, elements like that, with the higher spiritual energy centers that come, in through the top of our heads. Well, so and connect outwards. Yeah, and that goes to the forehead and the intuition, and it also includes the throat. The throat is sort of, it's the passageway, but it's where it narrows down and then goes out again. So if that's blocked, you cannot join your insight with your feet on the ground. The energy doesn't flow. You can, what your intellect is reasoning is not tempered by the openness of your heart because they don't connect. The more the chakra is closed.
So most people always think the throat chakra is all about communication and, talking, but there's more kinds of communication than just that.
Yeah, well, if your throat chakra is blocked, maybe through fear or, other things, there's so much to it. My mind just went to fear. The best thing to do is you take a turquoise because you want to relax and open this center so things can flow and connect, right? So you can use a beautiful turquoise stone like this. This is turquoise, a very fine Chinese turquoise. Place it on your throat chakra. Now, if you have a 16-inch chain pendant with this turquoise blue color on it, that puts it about here, so it affects your lungs and your throat, your chest. But this turquoise works well. Some of the turquoise is more green tone, like this. This is a tumbled turquoise.
What's the benefit of the green part of that?
Well, I think the green for me is like nature. It's the plants and the the natural nature world. It's also the color of the heart chakra, the traditional yogic color. So that combines some of the earth element in a gentle way with the throat chakra. So that that helps connect.
Mhm.
You know, turquoise also is known to, it's said to absorb negativity. So when you wear it, then you clear it, you know. So this is another one. This is a chrysocola. Look at that.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah,
Wow. Is that a stone or a crystal?
that's a natural stone.
Wow. Beautiful.
Yeah. Crystals generally will have a point on them. They rather than growing as a chunk, they grow as a formation. But that's a whole nother
That's a different
tangent we
road.
can talk about later. Last but not least, I love Aqua Aura. I see a lot of people. There's your stone there.
Can you talk about how Aqua Aura,
How it's made?
how it's made? Yeah.
Yeah. This does not grow in nature like this, although if you got an aquamarine, it would look quite similar, except Aqua Aura can have tints of violet depending how it moves in the light. So it's a little more joined with this top chakra. It also carries the angelic element. You can feel it. It's, you know, it is formed by taking a very, very clear quartz crystal, like there is a really clear one. That's a Herkimer diamond. But you take that clear crystal and it's all done chemically. It is combined with 24 karat pure gold. And it changes the entire crystal that color. So if I were to cut this open, you say cut the top off, it would still be this blue color. So what you have is you have the blue moon sky element combined with the gold solar element. So this is energetic. You know, it's got that gold energy, fire, as well as moon. So it's a very interesting stone. Yeah.
So what else could you use that for? I mean, we shouldn't get too far off the throat chakra, but it sounds like it could be a plate that.
Oh, anytime you wouldn't want to lighten up, if your lungs are congested, this is good. You know, you sort of put it there on each side. Yeah. Then you'd have a throat chakra stone, maybe about here. And then you would have a heart chakra stone right there, right? And just breathe in and out of the lungs, long, deep breathing. Breathe in and out of the heart. And then what you do is you put your turquoise, which you probably, hopefully already have there, and you shift your breathing and feel as if it moves in and out of the turquoise. In turquoise light, out turquoise, filling your whole chakra with brilliant turquoise. And then on each out breath, feel your body. So you lighten and you release. Yeah.
Excellent.
And then just to make it that much better, there's a seed sound you can sound to open your throat chakra, or there's one which I do believe I've spoken about, but there's also one that I use, that I was taught, and you use the sound whoo, and you sound it as if that tone vibrates the center of your throat and vibrates this crystal and goes out. So as it goes out, let yourself be carried by the tone and relax, and your throat chakra will open and it will energize.
Is that tone a particular note?
Find the note that vibrates the center of your throat. Ooh, 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 now that vibrates higher. Ooh. That's more a heart or even an abdominal sound, you know, but this is ooh, 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 ooh. And you let yourself flow with that sound.
Great. So
Now, well, you had a question.
I did have a question. My question was, we talked about the communication of the upper chakras with the lower chakras, so you can get the energy flowing between your heart and your mind. And so it's sort of a connection with spirit happens there. And so you're kind of in touch with higher wisdom. So does that also open a door to creativity?
Yeah, let me back up just a little, because if you're accessing the higher wisdom through that throat chakra, what that chakra helps you do is then communicate it in a way that works for you and that people can hear. So it's very, now that also means in your everyday communications, they're going to be a lot more effective.
Yes, because people will hear
Especially if you're insightful and you kind of, before you open your mouth, you can see a series of cause and effects, what the effect of such a communication would be. So you don't always say it.
So take note.
And then you realize it's all your perspective on some level. Yeah.
I love that.
But anyway, that's a very important thing to know about that throat chakra. If you're a public speaker, if you're a creator of anything, that's expression. You just mentioned creativity. That's expression. Some people speak, some people sing, some people write, some people, you create. It's creativity, which is also related to birth,
Oh, I didn't. So like creating another human.
You're birthing into the universe.
Yeah. So anything like that you are making, if you are a chef or a carpenter or anyone who creates anything, which is most of us create something. So
to create something is to express yourself. So you express yourself in a way that's natural and easy for you. It's generally something that you like doing.
That is great. That's great. Yeah. Now, can you talk about we talked about how to open this and the benefits of that, and what are the disadvantages when it's closed?
Well, when it's closed, you don't have
the connection,
heaven connection. It's just like blocked. Yeah. Also, this throat chakra has to do with physical illnesses as well. The thyroid glands right there, the thyroid, it's connected with your entire glandular system, which is connected, your entire glandular system is like connected to your hormones, your blood, your breath, so much. So, and every system in the body is connected with every system because we're a whole. So this is very key to good health, this thyroid gland. It regulates a lot. You look at people that have hyperthyroid, hypothyroid. It's like it's either too fast or it's just sluggish. So you either, you can't gain weight or you do nothing but gain weight, Oh my goodness, it's so important, that gland. But it does relate even things with the lungs and the heart. And I try to talk about this in my book. I go, well, the one that I'm coming out with, and probably my last one too, but I connect the subtle effects with physical effects. And if you say work with crystal healing, you work on the subtle effects to affect the physical in a way that's balanced. If you're, say, going to use Western medicine, you would work maybe more on the physical effects that will then change the subtle,
That's interesting. Yeah.
That's why I don't ignore either bit.
So what would I don't want to use the word symptom, but what would be an indicator that you might have a blocked throat chakra? What kinds of things would you be?
You can be coughing. You can be coughing a lot. You can have, a lot of phlegm in your throat. You could just, you can't ever find the words for anything, or it's just tight. You can have tight shoulders, tight neck muscles, tight jaw, clenching your teeth. Chances are that that center is threatened, you know. Your expression is limited, you know, your ability to create is limited, and you're it's almost like being stuck in your body. You just can't, you know, get out. But if you're doing energy healing, say I'm holding a stone and I'm going over the aura of the body, maybe about 6 inches, and I hit that throat chakra, and suddenly there's an energetic mountain. It's like, whoa, very active, too active, it's not in balance. Or I'm going along and it's like, ugh, there's a hole in the energy. It's like, whoa, way too slow. So as a healer, you create balance. So when you maybe use your turquoise, you're creating a balance, not like, oh, I'm going to blast that chakra wide open. That may not be what you should be doing. You should be closing it. So you can imagine this turquoise sort of pulling in just till it feels balanced, till your jaw relaxes, till your shoulders drop. And it helps to, I talk about grounding so much, but it helps to feel like your feet and maybe the bottom of your spine are sort of like a root into the earth, like a plant. So you're attached. That gives you that earth energy. And that balance helps open this. It gives you internal strength and physical strength, and it just gives you a sense of confidence. Grounding, yeah, it gives you the power of the earth too. And then, you know, when you can open this, you know, I put a stone right on the top of the head, right? And then breathe in through the throat chakra, out through the top of your head, in and out through the throat chakra again. So back and forth. And you know, that way you're grounding into the earth and you're connecting with the heavens, and both help you open that chakra. Now, if you're hyper, you've got a hyperactive thyroid, it's too strong, then you want to close it. So where I might use a crystal to spiral like clockwise to open it, I'd start larger around, a circle around that chakra in the middle of the throat. And while maintaining the feeling of the connection with the crystal and the body, you go right to you spiral into the center of that chakra. And just relax. Or you can hold your crystal right there, or your turquoise, or you can visualize your crystal as being turquoise, and you breathe in and out with maybe the whoo sound. You can use vam. I like whoo for this. We'll do it later.
If you're doing it for yourself, you can do the tones. If you're doing it for someone else, do you have them do it, or do you do it?
Oh, sometimes both. You can let them just relax after you imagine their chakra being wide open, and you want to have them feel relaxed and safe, you know, grounded, open. But then you can take your clear crystal and sound that tone as if it goes through the crystal into the throat chakra. If you do it with them, you have like a energetic connection.
Exchange.
So you're strengthening and she's opening, and you know, she's expressing, you're receiving, but who and who, you may find the tone changes. Who.
So you're sharing your energy, as it were, with another.
Yeah.
Do you need to protect yourself from their energy? Or
if I was doing that, yeah, I stay grounded, you know.
Mhm.
You do that method, you would combine energies, but if you're grounded and you're, you don't do it with anybody you don't feel safe with and connected. Yeah. But basically, if you work with the energy 6 inches over the body, you work with turquoise on your throat. I mean, you may even want to start wearing a lot of turquoise. You can wear turquoise necklaces. I have a turquoise like goddess that I wear. Well, right now I'm wearing, I don't know if you can see it, a Herkimer diamond.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, and I have on Herkimer diamond ear posts. So I'm working all around the throat chakra. I actually have a Herkimer diamond neck piece graduated from large to small that goes right around there.
Ah,
Yeah, and then I put on the ear posts. It's called something.
for public speakers.
Well, that's when I would wear it a lot, but you really have to stay grounded, or, your jaw clenches, it doesn't work. Yeah.
Is there would you like to lead the viewers in a meditation for this?
Yeah, sure. I want to use that who tone again.
Okay.
And I'll do some work with that beautiful turquoise sky color. Yeah. So, when you do this, you can close your eyes. But if you are driving, this is very hypnotic. You may not want to do this while you're driving. So do it later.
Good safety tip. Pause for now and come back.
Yeah. So with your eyes closed, if you're lying on your back with your spine straight, place a turquoise blue crystal or piece of turquoise chrysocola on your throat chakra, right in the middle of your throat. If you're sitting up, close your eyes and envision a beautiful turquoise blue light flowing into the middle of your throat. Breathe in and breathe out. Filling your throat, the center of your throat, with beautiful sky blue crystal clear light. Relax your shoulders and then release any gray, any negativity, anything that blocks this beautiful flow of turquoise blue light. Breathe in turquoise, breathe out. Breathe in turquoise, breathe out. And now envision from the bottom of your feet, you have a root that goes down, down, down into the earth. And this root connects you with the life force of the planet, security, strength, in a gentle, soft way, strong, peaceful. Bring that into your throat chakra and breathe out. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful clear light. Breathe in from the earth, out from the throat. Now breathe in turquoise blue light into your throat center. Fill your throat and imagine that your entire throat center, that subtle energy center, is bathed in turquoise blue light. Breathe in and sound the tone. Breathe in. Sound that tone through the stone, through your throat chakra. Open, open, open to a sea of turquoise blue. Ooh. 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 Breathe in turquoise and flood your entire body as you breathe out, so you're filled with turquoise light. And all blockages become free and open. Ooh. 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 Now, feel your connection with the earth. Feel your feet on the ground, or the back on the ground. Feel your connection. And now stomp your feet a little, move your body, wiggle your hands, relax your mouth, and open your eyes.
That was lovely. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Yeah, they're always just as fun for me to do as for you to get into it. You know,
really feel
there's
the
really a circle of energy that gets going. So I think even through a video, that the more people that are doing this, the more you just get this powerful energy going.
Yeah, you can feel the vibration when you do the tones. I
Yeah.
could. So yeah.
And like I said earlier, don't worry about if you're using the right tone or not. I mean, there's a lot of science to this and you can do that. But ultimately, if that tone you're using vibrates the center of the throat or the stone in the center of your throat, that will do it for you.
I like that. I think that's better than trying to hit a particular note, because
because then you're thinking about it. The idea when you sound a tone, you don't want to think about it. You want to let yourself flow with it. So like when I'm doing that, ooh, I'm letting go and flowing with the sound. And if it's flowing from my throat, that's, you know, I'm just flowing with it. Yeah. Teachers that taught me these, I would do these for hours and hours and hours and hours. Like something like that, it wasn't unusual for me to go overnight, do it about 8 hours.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Some of them, which I'll tell you about later. Yeah, you know, some of these things you can do, say for 5 years or 10 years consistently at the same time every day, and they will, you know, it will have a wonderful effect, whatever it is you're looking for. Others say, well, if you do it for 30 days straight and do it for an hour, you know, without fail, you know, that'll do it. Well, I'm of the school that if they say do it for 48 hours straight or 24 hours straight in this position without moving and with unwavering consciousness, then 48 hours, 24 hours will have the effect. So knowing I'm not likely to do something consistently for 10, 20 years, although there are some things I do, I go for it.
On the fast track to enlightenment.
We don't really go anywhere, but you know, all those sounds are just wonderful. I try to do that, and I do meditation music, and the sounds that I use in the music are ones that open chakras. Normally I start in the heart and then work up into the ethers and always back to the heart, you know.
Wow, your music is wonderful. I listen to it all the time when I'm at my computer, because of course I have your CDs, but I also listen to it on YouTube. It's really easy.
Yeah, no, I hear no one but people my age have CDs anymore.
Well, YouTube is portable. It's in your phone, so you can.
Yeah, well, so that's good.
So speaking of that, where can people find out more about you?
Oh, well, I'm all over the internet. If you type in umasilbey.com, that's UMAS like Sam, ILB like boy, EY.com. You'll find my webpage. And just type Uma Silbey in YouTube. I have books. I have crystal ball gazing book that's been out forever, but it just keeps selling. People like it. I have the Ultimate Guide to Crystals and Stones. That one's been out maybe about 2 years. It's tells you everything you would want to know about working with crystals. So information's all over. And if you go on my station on YouTube and you can subscribe, you know, I'm going to be doing these all the time. I want to go through every chakra. I want to talk about common ailments we have. You know, it's endless. And I always enjoy talking with you. So
I enjoy talking with you. It is endless. No matter how much we talk and how much you write, you have more.
Well, that's like when you do crystal healing, it's that river of information that you open up to. So there's no end to it. And so it's almost like you have, I mean, you learn techniques, you know, but you know, you tune into that river of information and you know what to do with your stones in every moment. The minute you go, well, or think that you are the one that's doing the healing, it kind of gets jammed up and stops. You know?
Yeah, I was just looking at notes I had from another conversation we had, and I think it was you that said, if you don't, what was it? If you don't have a question, don't ask. It was sort of like, wait for it to come.
Yes, yeah, wait for everything to come. If you go to use and be sensitive, you know, if you go to put your turquoise on the throat chakra and be aware as you're placing it on, you'll feel a little give and you know it's right to put it there. But if you're going in and you feel almost like boing, boing, you know, there's resistance, that's not what you need to do right then. So put that stone down, and maybe what you want to do is bring in an amethyst, that it needs that amethyst healing light. Then you do that for a while, and then when it seems time, you go the blue, but you flow with it, you know, and you combine it with information like, you know, that this turquoise blue color is related to the throat chakra, and you probably know a few stones that are that color. You know, and also, by the way, you don't need to know the name of every stone to work with it, because what you attune yourself is to the color and the qualities of what does it feel like? What does it say to your inner sense? You know, where does it seem to want to go on the body? You know, sometimes I'll use turquoise when I want to open. Lungs, I would probably do Aqua Aura. I do other stones, whites, blue lace agates, but if I'm working there, I combine it with the throat chakra turquoise.
I like that. We've talked about that before, about not choosing stones, but sort of they choose you. Like you feel that attraction or vibration or something about them stands out.
Yeah. And in your stone healing kit, which I do talk about, but in your stone healing kit, you should have a basic assortment of crystals, you know, clear, smoky, rose quartz, green, blue, you know, all of the colors. And probably extra amethyst and extra clear so you can build auras. But that's your basic kit. But then you find yourself adding on to it. So, you know, for instance, I may start with one piece of turquoise, and before you know it, I've got maybe, you know, at least a half dozen different types, because there's difference in quality. Like, see this clear one? Feels more like air-like. And this Chrysocola feels more solid, more grounded, less grounded. So when you go to use them, you pay attention to those qualities also.
Well, thank you so much for spending
You're
this
welcome.
time today.
You're welcome.
And we'll be doing this again soon.
Yes, yes, we will.
Okay.
Goodbye.
So long for now.